Hey everyone, Susie here, and today we're playing Void Hunters. For today's video, I'm going to go through the news for the time and go over some interesting points said by the devs. Alright, so let's start off with their latest announcement. I do want to do my best to give you guys all the updates I can as they happen, plus give you extra little tidbits that you might miss. So, getting ready for Thursday. Are you ready for Thursday? To help you plan ahead and make sure you don't miss the start, today we can also confirm the official start time of Alpha. So for me, this is 11 a.m. But what you should do is go to the Discord, which I do link in the description and the pinned comment, of course, and go to the announcement and see what this time says for you. For me, in Romania, this is 11 a.m. and that is 9 a.m. if you're in the UK, but that's 6 hours back from here is Eastern time in the US, so pretty early in the US. If you 5 a.m. if you're in Eastern Standard Time, I think, in the United States. Okay, there you go. We are pinging everyone's already in our Discord, but still hasn't clicked the bot as well. So Alpha registration, make sure you click it. Click register for Alpha. I've already registered. Boom, boom, boom. We're good to go. So that's step one. If you haven't already done it, go there, blah, blah, blah. If you're not sure whether you clicked it, you can always do it again and the bot will confirm your status. It's also time to show more of your... Wait, how do we say this name? Yagravane? I have no idea how to say this name. But yes, we're gonna have to look this up so I say it properly. Some of you already remember him from the screenshots that we shared around, but he's definitely worth another look. He's a great tank and one of the core characters of the Holy Order. Even without taunt, he is still an excellent protector, making his team extremely tough to defeat and gaining damage boost on almost every enemy attack. His past might also be worth discovering. Why, a great paladin of light, second only to the mighty Blasius Luca of the High Chapter, would abandon the ranks of the Order and seek an alliance with the Void Hunters? His story starts with the upcoming Alpha. They have said that they really want their characters to have meaning, the stories to have meaning, and to be an important part of their game, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this is the key point of this video. The time is released, so this is for me in Romania. Yeah, that should be 5 a.m. for Eastern Standard Time, but don't quote me on that. Double check yourself, just click the announcements and see what it translates for you. Now, I did save a few pictures that I'm going to pull up regarding conversations that I think are really insightful. Alright, so one of the conversations I wanted to point out was this one a couple days ago. Someone asked, can you guys give me a fast heads up on how this void power thing works? Once I activate it, I don't see a difference in stats, etc. I only see that I gain more void. Also, it takes a round to activate. Special power should be used outside of a turn. So this is the little square that came up in the corner. If you see, I clicked it to see like the menace level or something, I think it was, in my 1 hour of gameplay video. So he does clarify that each character has a Void Embrace trait that summarizes what the specific character gains from Void power. The common effect is gaining more Void touch, but activating it takes turn, but gives back some turn meter. This is still up to testing, balance, and feedback, but in initial testing, given just a bonus turn, seemed too powerful. This is fairly advanced mechanics useful in specific situations, mostly tough fights. Use with caution. Or wait, am I wrong? Is this something else completely that's like with your skills in a different spot? Or is it the thing up at the top that talks about the power level? I'm actually questioning that, but yeah, when we see the void power this explains it a little bit. At least there's a little heads up for some mechanics. All right, so this is an interesting question of people talking about speeds in the game. So he says there are 3 speeds in open alpha, but the fastest is much below 4 times speed, though still visibly faster than 2 times in closed alpha. However, again, the spirit of being 100% honest is we feel that increasing the speed further would harm the overall experience and would be against our design pillars. With very high speeds, you cannot really feel the fight, and it changes to just numbers. We do not have the repeat a lot on auto grind at all. We do not plan to have it. It's either fighting to progress or an instant sweep of what you've already mastered. For example, in hunts, we'd likely consider a quality of life that lets you instantly sim the rest of the combat, rather than give higher speeds. So yeah, this is an interesting one. I talked about this in the other video I did, the last one, where I showed some conversations, where I was like, I don't think this is going to be the kind of game where you put up a bunch of multi-battles and walk away and it goes in the background while you do other stuff. No, it's literally not. It's you're done or you're playing. So I can't decide how that's going to be. I feel like I'm actually going to really like that. Like, when I don't have much time, I'll just quick sweep everything, get my rewards, walk away. And then when you do have time, you progress. But that begs the question, like, if you can just lazily gather resources and still improve your account a bit, are you going to feel motivated to progress? I would hope so, I guess, because that's the whole point, is to complete more content. But I don't know. I feel like sometimes I've played games where I get into autopilot and I just do the dailies and the bare minimums and walk away, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, and even in Watcher of Realms, I'm like, yeah, I need to work on that. Yeah, that boss that came out 6 months ago that I still haven't done, the boss that came out a year ago that I still haven't done, those new levels that I still haven't done, I'll do them eventually. And I feel like I'm not. I'm just having fun getting new characters and doing content, but that's different because it's still a bit more active stuff to do. I don't know. It's definitely a different concept to think about. I hope I'm gonna like it in the end, though. I feel like I'm going to, because I do like that idea of you just do it and get your rewards, or you're actively pushing and doing something new and fun. Yeah, I think it'll be good in the end, but will it? I don't know. I guess we'll see. They really want people to be actively involved in gameplay when you're playing. And that can go both ways. Whoa, okay, let's zoom this one out. Oh wait, this conversation here. So this was another interesting conversation with that whole idea. So sweep is an auto battle. You just don't see the combat, which saves you even more time on the grind. He says, yes, exactly, but of course there's the option to put the combat on auto for sure, but the grind in Void Hunters is not achieved through repeating auto battles a lot of times. Rather than that, the game lets you sweep instantly through content you already mastered to gain rewards, as long as you have gating resources, tickets, and energy, etc. So someone else replies, to some extent you're right, but in games like these, grinding is a must, and sometimes you want to go to work and run and leave your game or computer in the background while the game is running and auto combat enabled to further advance the plot. But if you have something else, as the moderator wrote, then that's good too. So the reply is yes. It's clear, no worries. Oh, from his auto translation. It said, yes, we have different approach here. We'd like to offer experience that doesn't require leaving the game on for long just to play itself. Still, from the game economy point of view, we do have a grind, and you're right that it's quite mandatory in these games. It's just done in a different way. Let's see how this works out for the players. So that is, yeah, just a really interesting way to handle it. Oops, now we're on to some pictures that I guess I'll keep scrolling through. What's even on this? I don't know. We're going to run into random pictures. But yeah, this is just the kind of game where you're actively doing a roguelike mode, or you would still progress through campaign, and you can half auto, manual, semi-auto those battles, but you don't go replay campaign to farm anything. You don't go farm a dungeon boss 20 times, 100 times, 200 times on auto. You just insta-complete a hunt that you've already done and get the rewards because you've already done it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like that because I always feel annoyed in games when like something is hard to solve the puzzle, like in Watcher especially. Like, I did the puzzle once, don't make me do it again. Just let me be done with it. Alright guys, these are just some screenshots from their amazing cinematic trailer that I took, I guess, here on my computer. We're gonna run into random stuff if I keep clicking, like PNGs of characters and logos and stuff, so... But yeah, I hope you guys like this idea of me checking in with random extra bits of information, stuff like this that stick out to me in conversations, or making sure everybody sees the dev notes that get posted. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, which will hopefully be after the game is live. I will have some beginner like tips or things you might have missed, so stay tuned for that as soon as I can get recording and checking out the first bit of gameplay myself. And my husband, Odd One Gaming, make sure you're following his channel, the one for Godforge as well. That is the channel he will be going live on to play as soon as we get access. So you guys can hang out and watch Odd One live, and then you could watch my video for some extra tips and tricks. But alright, that's all for now for real. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. For real now. Right? Yeah. It's weird. No, don't.